Hello, welcome back. So today we are going to study on, or we are going to continue from where we stopped last time on Microsoft Excel as a spreadsheet. So first of all, what you need to do is to open the Microsoft Excel where you are going to work on. So let's open our Excel. So you open a blank workbook like this. So after you open, you can just maximize this, but it can be enough for you to enter some data or some information here. So first of all, let me show you how you can enter data in this Microsoft Excel book workbook. So let's just enter some data here. For example, let's assume that you are recording some student marks. So let's have marks. Let's say plus marks page number. So let's assume that our first student is called John. So you can decide to make this bold. So we have John here, James, Enoch, maybe Brian. Let's have yeah. Let's assume that he's in class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6. Marks. Let's make this so you can set to insert borders. There is what we call borders. Okay. So that you can see where you are working from. So this is the border. We have the bottom border, we have the top, we have the left, the right. Maybe you can decide to put no any border. So for our case, let's insert all borders here. So you can see. So let's assume this is what you wanted to work for. For marks, let's have 23, 25, 56, 7, 5, and maybe 5. Page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6. So let me show you how you can. First of all, let's start by knowing the number of students in this class. Assuming that you are dealing with 1,000 students, you cannot start counting them manually. But now let's use a formula to know the number of students in this class. So you start with an equal sign, count. So from this cell, that's from cell A2 to cell A7. So that's the formula that is going to help you to count. So assuming that you had even 700 students, you just write the formula anywhere so that you can know the number of maybe students and the number of individuals that you had saved in that record. So you finish with a closing bracket, and then you just press enter. So you can see there are 6 individuals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6. So this is the formula on how you can count the number of students in this class. So for you to sort this student mean from the one with the highest to the lowest, in terms of performance, you just select. Oh, before we move to sorting, let me show you some formula here, maybe for finding the average of these students in this particular class. So for you to find the average, you just need to write the following formula. So remember, in any function in Microsoft Excel, you must start with an equal sign. So you write equal sign, average, so you want to find the average of this student from John to Jane, all these cells. So that's the formula. Then you just finish with the closing sign. So you just press enter. So the mean or the average of these 6 students is 50.16. So this is the average. Okay. So assuming that this was maybe the main exam, maybe this was the main exam, and maybe they did a cut. And maybe you had to calculate the mean for each student for the cut and the main exam, and then you find the total marks for each student. Assuming that the cut for John scored 20. The cut, or let's call it cut 1. Cut 1. and let's have cut 2. Cut 2. But you can have another cell here for final exam. Final or final marks. Let's get total marks. Like this. So assuming that cut 1, John scored 20 and cut 2, 21. For Jane, she scored 93 out of 30 and cut 2. James got 12 and 15 respectively. Enoch got 16 and 19, got 2. And we have Brian scored 17 and got 2. She scored 18. And we have Jen scored 19 and got 2. She scored 21. So before we find the total marks, let me add another column here for the total cut marks. So let's call it just cut. Okay. So the cut, for us to find the cut, it's a combination between maybe cut 1 and cut 2. So you just say you find the average cosine average. You write that function here in this cell. So you're finding the average between this E2 and E2 to F2. F2. So you just press F. So this is the average cut max. So if you add 20 plus 21, so 2 divided by 2 is 20.5. So the formula is correct. So since you are going to apply the same same formula or the same function from this cell to this cell, so there is no need of you writing the formula in every cell. So it will be just a wastage of time and energy. So you just place your cursor here and then you drag downwards up to this point. So automatically the spreadsheet will calculate the formulas for all the cells. So of course, if you check this, here is the formula. So it's the average from E2, sorry, E3 to F3. So this is the formula. So after applying the formula, and this is what you find, what you get. This is the formula, and this is the results for each and every cell for this particular student. So let's move to the sum function. So for you to get the total marks for this student, for instance, John, you just add the main exam, or the exam marks and the cut. So the two will give you the total marks for that student. So yes, your 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 function would be, you just write the function here. I did this cell equal sign sum between the main exam and which marks and the cut marks. Sorry, will be the main exam this and the cut. So you realize that the main exam she got, or rather he got 23, and the cut is got 20.5. So if you add the two, you will get 43.5. So if you apply the same formula downwards, this is what you will get. So you realize that for Jane, she's trying to score 45 plus 19.5, which is equivalent to 64.5. So that's how you can always find the totals or the sum. So here all the formulas, you can go through them. If you open your Excel sheet and maybe see how it's done. So let's put our orders to show are working. So that is how it's done. So for you to sort the marks, so that you can see the student who got the highest or the lowest, just select that column that you want your mark that you want to be sorted, and then you go to sort from smallest to the highest. So you can just customize. Total marks like this. Okay. So it's already sorted. So this will be the lowest to the highest. Okay. So that's how you can always sort your columns. Yeah, it's already sorted. So let's go to what we call the if function. So the essence of the if function is to grade. For example, if you are having this spreadsheet and you had this record for your students here, and maybe you want to grade, assuming that you have a lot of students, maybe 1,000 students, and you cannot do it manually. So you can always use this formula to get the grade for each and every student. So let's have another cell, another row here for grade, but you can see the grade for each and every student in this particular class. So there is a formula, as I have already told you. So for you to write the formula for this cell, so you start by cosine, cosine. If so, this is very important. You must have an equal sign and an if. Okay. So let's write a formula here. Equal sign if cosine if. So we are comparing this row, the total marks, so that you can find the grade for each student. So if H2 is greater than, sorry, is greater than 80 or rather 70, grade and A. You must have this quotation marks. Okay. So for instance, let's assume that the student 70 grade and A. Okay. 60 it's 9 grade. The student gets 50 to 59 grade C. 40, 49 grade B. That's right. 39 and below grade B. So that's the criteria we're going to proceed for this equation. So if actually you can decide to change these marks so that you can at least have all the scenarios. So let's assume that this is 5, sorry, and this is 50. Yeah. So if cosine if H2 greater than we said 70, yeah. So we'll start from 69. That's our A. If H2 greater than 59, red again. H2 greater than 49. So meaning from 50 and above, you grade as C. If we open the bracket, H2 is greater than 9. You grade a D. Otherwise, if that student is less than 40, you grade close on the brackets. So last press enter. So according to our criteria here that we are using, this is the student was called John. John has scored 43. So from our criteria, 43 is in between 40 to 49. So that is a D. So you just drag and drop downwards up to this point. Downwards. So 68 from our criteria here is a B because it's between 60 and 69, so meaning the formula is correct. 50 is a C because it lies in between 50 and 59, so the formula is correct. 83 is above 70, so it's an A, it's correct. We have 35, 35 is a free because it's less than 40. And we have 64 for Jane. She has scored 64, so she has a B. So the formula is correct, and I think you have seen. So let's meet in our next tutorial for more in this Microsoft Excel. So we are going to see how you can draw charts and graphs in Microsoft Excel, and how you can do various analysis using Microsoft Excel. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more videos. Let's meet next.